Boss Fight Gaming. Get ready. Fight!
Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of our Beast Quest playthrough. This is Boss Fight Gaming and today we're going for the extra achievements in our playthrough 100% 1000 for 1000 achievement guide. Hopefully you are on part 2 of our guide. If you haven't watched the first part, please go back and watch that first of all. But if you are ready for part 2, let's jump in. So first of all guys, we're going to go and teleport using... Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is fast travel to the second fire on the map. And we're going to go and try get the rest of the furs, the wolf furs that we need for our quest. Now, you need to spawn down this area and kill these couple of bandits and then go and kill the wolves that are just a bit further south. And we're just going to keep doing that over and over again until we get enough furs to finish our quest. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing now. You will see me skip through some of the fight scenes, or I'll speed up the fight scenes depending on what I'm trying to achieve. So you may need to pause the video from time to time just until you catch up with that. So yeah, just come down here, kill these wolves. Once we've killed these wolves and we've got a few furs, you'll see there in the rewards I did get a couple of furs. Top of the screen you can just see it, I've got 9 out of 12 furs. Now you may have all the furs, so you can skip this if you have, and just fast forward a little bit through the video. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the map and fast travel to the furthest fire away, and then fast travel back to the second fire. And we're just going to keep doing this over and over again until we have all 12 furs from the wolves just below. Keep in mind guys that every time you kill an enemy it does count towards your tiny, is it called tiny warrior or tiny knight? I believe it's tiny knight achievement, which is to kill 500 enemies in total. So do keep that in mind. Eventually, once we've got that achievement, we can start skipping fights. But until then, I would recommend trying to get as many fights in as you can, because it will give you AP to power up. Anyway, we've got all 12 of our wolf furs. What we're going to do is go to our quests, and we're going to go and click on the Collect 10 Heelgrass quest. And then we're going to actually fast travel to the second village of the game. So you will need to bring up your map options. So go to Maps, and then go to the second village, which is right here on the map. Click on that. And fast travel to there. As soon as you start in, turn around 360 and head down this little set of steps, and then head slightly right down the other set of steps and follow us down until you come up to the quest giver. Just keep following down. On the radar you'll see the quest giver just a bit further ahead, which is highlighted in green on the minimap. Give Raul or Rahul or Raul, whatever his name is, the quest. That will complete that. And then just keep heading south as if we're leaving the village, just over the little bridge and through the archway. Okay, so make your way out the village, jump over this little log over here and follow it around, and you'll see this glowing light on the floor here, which will actually be the grass that we need to collect. Then we're going to fight the spider. Again, I am going to cut these fights out, so please pause the video if you do need to catch up. You will be getting AP for each one of these fights, keep that in mind, and they will count towards your achievement. Collect the heel grass and make your way around to the next spider. There's a little bit of heel grass behind him, behind this second tree, so please come and pick that up. All the grass is on the mini-map, just to let you know, indicated by a golden sort of diamond shape. So if you need to know where it is, instead of following the video, please just look at your mini-map and you will see the golden diamonds, which show you where everything is. I do open that chest there, so feel free to open that if you like, but again, not majorly important at this point. Come down here, fight the spider. There's 2 heel grasses behind that same spider, so you will be able to pick both of those up now that he's out the way. So pick that one up and then that one up. You can open the chest there as well if you like. Again, not 100% necessary, but you will need to open 10 chests of each colour throughout the game, so whichever chest you want to do that with, it's absolutely fine. Makes no difference which ones you do. So we're going to take on this spider here, and then we're going to collect the rest of the heel grass. Again, check your mini-map if you want to know exactly where those are. Each one indicated by like a golden diamond. I die there for some reason. The little pool of water on the floor actually manages to kill me. It's crazy, this game. Luckily I had enough health not to need to respawn from the fire. Once you've collected the 10 heel grass, we're going to fast travel back to the village itself, just so we don't have to walk up the steps. This will fast travel straight to the guy that has the quest. So just hand in the quest to him. and you're handing in the 10 heel grass. I got your 50 points for doing so. Then we're going to just go back down the steps here and talk to this guy here with the yellow diamond above his head, the yellow pyramid above his head named Lars. He's going to give us a new mission, which is to collect 6 gourd roots. We're just going to head north past the bounty board over here. If you're wondering what the yellow sort of glowing is on the floor there, it's just where I've pressed the select button, the 2 square button. It just shows me where my next objective is. However, I wouldn't recommend trying to rely on this too much because it does sometimes try and take you through walls or doesn't take you to the correct place. So if you just follow me, you should be fine. Anyway, just follow this path down. So that was north, and then head out to the west after you've done that. And just follow it down to the south and back through here. We've been down here before. So just follow it around and keep heading this way. And then this area is where all our objectives are. Again, same principle. They're all indicated on the minimap using a golden diamond. So if you are struggling to find them, just look on your minimap and it will show you where all those items that we need to collect are. So there are 6 gourd roots to collect in this area and a few enemies. So do take on the enemies. Again, it'll help you with your XP, AP, whatever you want to call it, CP. And also towards your achievement. And it'll also clear the path, making it easier for you to collect, to pick up the gourd roots. So as you can see at the top of the screen, I'm on 3 of 6, 4 of 6, 5 of 6 there. And last but not least, 6 of 6 there. Once you've collected those, we're alright to go back to our map here. And we're going to go over and teleport or transport ourselves, whatever you want to call it. Fast travel back to the village. Turn around, and just behind where we spawned is the same guy that gave us the quest. Supposed to speak to him, Mr. Lars there. And you will collect the mission completion and your 30 points. Go down to your skills after you've done that, because we're going to upgrade these a little bit. Throughout this video you might see my skills actually look different each time. That's because I do have to chop the video in places. So don't be too worried about that. Just try and keep up best you can of what I've upgraded. As you can see there, you can pause the video or play it back a couple of times just to try and keep yourself level with me. Anyway, once you've you spent some of that XP or that AP, CP, whatever it's called, we're going to fast travel back to where we fought the boss. And now that we have our dragon scale, we can now walk through this fire over here. So when we defeated the boss, he actually gave us a scale which allows us to walk through that fire. So walk through that fire and head on down here. And this will lead us into another new area. Walk over to the campfire there. And then jump over the water. And we're going to open this chest if we have a key. Again, don't worry if you don't. Come down, kill Mr. Spider here. Once we fought the spider, we're going to follow the path. Keep going around to the side here. And following it around. Now, you'll see on the minimap that it looks a bit confusing because you can see sort of branches of path that you can't actually access. That's because there's actually another sort of map over the top of you that you can't actually get to at this point. You actually come around to this point later on. There's a little bridge above your head there that you can see. But anyway, if you want to come over to the left, there's this chest here. If you have a key for it, please open that. Then we're going to head back down and up the other side. As you can see, the chest on the chest and stuff on this side. I thought I could get to that key there. I can't. So just come over here, open this chest here, and then head up towards the bird. So we're going to take on this bird. Once Mr. Birdie's dead, we're going to open this chest just to our left here. And then we're going to head up the little hill to the left here. Follow it around. I did just get my other achievement for unlocking 10 iron chests. Again, if you haven't got that at this point, don't worry. Just keep opening iron chests whenever you get a chance. Whenever you pick up a key and you see an iron chest, just open that. And eventually, you will get that achievement. Follow this little path in here, this little sneaky path. You will get a gold key. Then come back down afterwards. Hopefully you saw that. If you didn't, you might want to rewind the video a little bit to see where I went to get that golden key. Then I'll head up the other side here, and there's another golden key just on the hill, the opposite side. So that's 2 gold keys in that area. Then head back down to the bottom and make your way up to the north. And just on the left here, there is another key. So follow the little lip round. That'll lead you up to the key. And if you go over to the right here, you can actually get up and get to the golden chest. So there's the golden chest. If you can open it, you will have 2 keys at least. So just please open that. Once you've opened that, you're free to drop down and then head off to the north, which leads us to the next area. So now we're in the snowy area. We're going to head forward and access the campsite, which will be our spawn and our fast travel point. There is a couple of chests around here. As you can see, I'm struggling to find it. But if you go forward and then actually come back on yourself, you'll find it a lot better than me. So head forward a little bit, then follow it round to the left or right, and that's how you get to those chests. So there is a chest there on the left, which is a gold chest, and then there's an iron chest over on the right side. If you have the key for the iron chest, open that. You definitely have one for the gold, so open that. There's a cutscene here which I'm going to... In fact, I think I do leave it in. No, I don't. I skip it, so please pause the video if you want to watch that. Once you have fought those guys, come forward. Once you watch that video, come forward and fight these guys. Take on those wolves. Once all those wolves are dead, you will get some AP, or you should do anyway, and some coins. Head over here to the right and open the bronze chest. Again, you don't need to open this if you've got the achievement for the 10 bronze chest, but I would just do it anyway just to get the sort of little bit extra money. Once you come to this little lake, this little river should I say, use these rock climb on the right hand side to get all the way up to the top. And then drop down and go and fetch the iron key. Again, you will need to skimmy along the wall there. Please watch that part of the video if you missed me doing it. Break these drakes here, fight these blue drakes. And then come over here and open the chest if you're able to. Head over to the right and under this little log here. We are going to fight the beast of this area for the first time. There is a little bit of a cutscene which I'm going to skip, so please do pause the video if you want to watch that. Then we fight Nanook for the first time. I think it's Nanook anyway, I think that's its name. So we're going to fight this, keeping your health above halfway where possible. And we're just going to keep attacking. You can use your flame sword. In fact, if you have your special here, I would recommend using it. It might have been worth, in fact, switching to your dragon, because now that you've fought the dragon, you can now use them in battle. But it's nothing to worry about, we can use that at any point. But just fight this boss. It is easier than the first boss because you should have a bit more XP now, and therefore the boss should be easier. So just keep attacking. Again, you can use your flame sword to do a little bit more damage. Because this boss is ice, it is weak against fire, and that goes for all the enemies in this area. If they are blue, so for example blue drakes or blue golems, anything that's blue really, blue goblins, spiders, this golem here for example is blue, therefore it is weak to fire. So if you have your fire sword, don't be scared to use that, it will do good damage. But we are going to unlock more magic soon, which will allow us to do more damage anyway. But don't be buying any skills yet if you can avoid it. Just wait for where high by them and it will be better for yourself. Anyway, make your way up those climbing parts, and again we need to skimmy along this wall over here. I'm going to speed the video up, so if you need to pause it, please feel free to do so. Don't forget to collect your key and head over here and open this chest, and then make your way to the campfire, which is just ahead over here. Again, that's a spawn point and a fast travel point, so if you need to come back here you can just use that. You'll notice that there's a couple of paths to go, but we are going to go left here and across this little zigzag platform. There is a key waiting for us on the other side, so make your way across and get that. Here we have to fight 4 drakes. Don't forget to use your flame sword, and don't forget to keep an eye on your health there. I nearly actually died because I ran out of potions, but you should be collecting quite a lot of potions between each fight anyway, so don't forget to heal yourself between matches as well as during the matches. There is a chest just ahead on the right. If you want to open that, please feel free to do so. And then we're also going to go down to our skills. And we're actually going to start buying some of our flame skills here. So buy the second skill, flame, using your AP. And then the third, if you don't have quite enough AP, I would recommend going back and doing some fights until you can actually unlock all three of those. It is important that we have this third magic spell here, and we need to equip it. So make sure that you've equipped that. And also, if you go down to allies, make sure that you equip the second, which is Furno. So equip the fire and equip Furno. The magic, the fire spell in this area is absolute must. It will help you massively. Anyway, I have sped up this puzzle here, so I would recommend watching the puzzle when you get a chance, and then following that to get up the wall. Once you get to the top, you're going to start now using your magic spell. So right trigger and B will use the flame spell, which will kill multiple enemies really easily. And this is where the game starts to get a lot easier, because we can use this magic. The reason why we did up our attack first is because the magic actually relies on the attack to how much damage it does. So it was important that we upgraded our attack first. Anyway, we come up to this green enemy. Green is actually weak against ice, not fire. He has a slight weakness to fire, but not as much as he does to ice. So eventually you will unlock ice spells as well, and they are used particularly well against green enemies. So anyway, once we kill the green golem, make your way down to the left, collect the key, and head up into the village. Keep heading up through the village, and when you get to the top, make sure you make your way to the campfire to activate that. And then we're going to go and activate some of our quest. Keep in mind, we don't want to start the bounty quest yet, which are on the board, so please don't start them yet. Come over here and speak to Pris. She will ask you for 10 vials of venom. Come over here and speak to Carla or Kayla, and she will ask you to fetch some stuff as well. Freezing buds, which are right here in the village. Look at your mini map and you will see that the freezing buds are right here, so please go and pick those up straight away. Okay, so once you've collected some of these freezing buds, well, you need to collect all of them. There's 5 in total. You can see at the top of your screen there that you need to collect 5. They're all just in this area here. You haven't got to travel anywhere at all. So please collect those 5 buds. There's number 4. Number 5 is just up here behind this tent near this rock. So once you've collected them, head over back to the quest giver and cash those in. And once we cash those in, another person in the area then activates a quest. So we need to go over to that and start that. So it's this person over here. Click on this guy, Harry over here, and accept the next quest, which is to collect 10 frozen gourds. Now the gourds, in fact, I'll tell you in just a second because I'm just going to purchase something right now. If you got enough money, please go ahead and cash in on either of those two, the health potion upgrade or the health potion capacity upgrade. If you don't have enough money to buy either, don't worry about it too much. Once you've collected the upgrades or spent on the upgrades, head over here to the east and we're going to start cashing in on our gourds. So cashing in, I meant collecting, should I say. Zoltan there, that was one of the Zoltan areas that we needed to walk through. I think you can't miss that, so it's nothing too much to worry about. But head over into this area and start collecting gourds. There's also spiders in this area that we need to be killing to collect the vials. So every chance you get in this area, we're going to actually spend a lot of time in this area now, because this is where we're going to actually sort of level up and get our character to be quite strong. I actually did mess up and did the killing spiders in another area, and then when I came to this area I realised I could have just done it all here. So I did cut out quite a bit out of the video where I went to a different area and actually leveled up on the spiders and collected their vials. But you're going to just do it in this area because it'll be much easier for you to do it here than what I did. So I thought I might as well just cut that bit out of the video and then let you guys just collect the vials in this area. But anyway, we're not collecting vials just yet. Well, you can if you want, kill those spiders. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep collecting these gourds, or whatever they're called, frozen gourds. There is one up the top, on top of the big rocks over there, as you just saw in my video. Again, you might want to keep the video about a minute ahead just so you can follow on and see where everything is. Feel free to open any chests in this area and collect these frozen gourds. Again, the frozen gourds will be indicated on your map by a golden diamond, and even the spiders, I believe, will have golden diamonds below them because you do need the vials from them. So we're going to head over and collect the rest of these frozen gourds. You can fight the wolves in this area as well because they will count towards your achievement, your multi-KO achievement. And the best way to kill anything in this area is to use the fire spell. You can top up your magic or your whatever it's called boost by pressing right on your D-pad if you have any potions. But just attacking enemies in general will actually fill that bar really quickly anyway. You can use your companion here towards your achievement. You have to use your companions, at least every single companion at least once in the game to get the achievement. So if you want to use the fire dragon in this area, by all means do so. It's absolutely fine. Once we killed all the enemies in that area, we're actually going to fast travel out of the area back to the very first spawn, which is the village, and then we're going to fast travel back here. So fast travel out of the village, the very first village, then fast travel back to the snow village, hand in your frozen gourds achievement, not achievement, sorry, goal. And then we're going to start working on these other things in this area. So we're just going to repeat this area over and over again. First of all, we're going to work on our broad strokes and also collecting the 10 vials. You also want to be working on your flawless kills. So try not to get hit if possible and get that achievement. So yeah, 3 things we're going to work on. Just to keep reiterating until you understand exactly what it is. So multi-KOs, again, to get multi-KOs, you just need to kill 2 or more enemies in a battle with these enemies. We also need to get our flawless achievement, which is to finish 50 battles without taking any damage. Now this is pretty easy when you're doing these other kills anyway, because you're killing multiple enemies with 1 fire attack, or maybe 2 if a push. So as long as you don't take any damage, you should be able to work towards this achievement pretty easily. So yeah, just hang around this area just to do those 3 things. Get 10 vials of poison from the spiders and deliver that to the quest giver, which is in the snow village. And I'm just going to nip over here actually, just before I continue what I was saying. So if you come over here and we're going to go down, if we've got enough money, this is, if you haven't, don't worry about it. We're going to actually buy some brave potion upgrades. So if you want to buy the capacity first, if you've got enough, and then go and buy the upgrade afterwards. That way, when we are using our magic, we can quickly refill our brave or mana or whatever you want to call it. Basically, how much we can use the magic. Also, go down to your skills, and we're going to purchase an attack upgrade, as many as we can. So it's down to the sword with the yellow, orange, and red. Try to buy as much of those as you can. Again, don't worry too much about it. Once we've done that, we're just going to keep repeating this process over and over again until we've finished these 3 things. Again, collect some spider vials of venom. You can accept the quest, so press pause and go down to the quest and click on the spider venom, spider vials to see how many you need. Obviously you can't really see your achievements, but you will need to get 50 of the multi-kills and 50 of the flawless kills. And we're just going to keep repeating this area over and over again. So we're going to spawn back to the main village and then spawn back to the snow village, come in this area, kill everything, spawn back to the main village, the first village, spawn back to the snow village, come this area and just kill everything over and over again until we've finished those 3 challenges. That's basically what you need to do, guys. Again, so I'm just going to reiterate one last time, guys, so don't be mad at me and disliking the video if you missed this. What you need to do in this area is to collect the 10 vials of spider venom, deliver it to the person in the village, the snow village, to finish that quest. You also need to get 50 flawless battle wins to get the achievement. Don't leave the area until you have that achievement, and also the multi-KO achievement. Do not leave the area while both of those achievements, okay? So the quest and the achievements. So 1 quest, 2 achievements. Don't leave this area. Obviously you can keep spawning back to the beginning and back into this area, killing the same spiders, the same wolves over and over again, using your fire magic spells to get those achievements. but don't be leaving until you've got those. Now I'm going to cut the video here and move on to the next part, just so you don't have to keep watching me doing the same thing over and over again, what you've got to do. But basically, you might want to pause this video until you have everything that's on the screen there as I've listed for you. So yeah, I'm just going to cut the video here until the next part. Please pause the video until you've caught up. Thank you. So eventually, guys, you will get the Broad Strokes achievements, which is the 50 multi-kill achievements, and you should eventually get the Flawless kills achievements, battle win achievements as well. Keep it in mind, the Flawless one you might have actually got before this, so it might be worth checking. It's called Unharmed achievement, but eventually you will come to a point where you've got them all and you finish your quest. Once you've done that, you will need to come over and hand over your quest for the spider vials to the right person, which is this character over here. You may have already done this. If you have, don't worry about it. I'm just showing everybody where it is in case they need to hand it in. Anyway, afterwards we're going to go down to map and we're going to fast travel to the second fire on the map, and then we're going to start coming down here and killing these bandits here. This is to work towards another quest that we have. So please come down to fire number 2 and start killing the bandits again. I bet you're sick of seeing these guys. We're looking for the sapphires. You can equip the quest at the top there. So we're looking for 6 of 6 sapphires. And what we're going to do is we're going to kill the bandits and just keep heading around this area, killing as many bandits as possible until we have all 6 sapphires. And it's as simple as that. Again, what you'll need to do is fast travel out of the area, maybe to the snow village and back, over and over again until we have all 6 sapphires. If for any reason you don't have this quest, it is found by somebody in the second village, so please go there and start that. I did remember that I needed actually to come back here to this village and speak to this guy here next to the bounty board to start a new quest. So please come over to the snow village again to speak to Baylor or Baylor, or whatever you want to call it, and start the quest to collect 1 oak log. After we've done that, we're going to get over to our quests and we're going to go back down and click on the collect 6 sapphires, just so we're not on the wrong quest. And then we're just going to sort of go back to doing what we were doing. So over to fire number 2, and then we're going to take on the bandits again. As I mentioned before, we're going to do this in this area over and over again until we do get the 6 sapphires. So just keep spawning between the snow level and this village, or this second fire should I say, until you get the 6 sapphires, just like I've just done. If you still don't have them, just pause the video, keep coming backwards and forwards until you have them. Then afterwards we are actually going to fast travel to the second village on the map. Once we're back at the village, we're going to head over to the left as soon as we spawn, and we're going to cash in our quest for the 6 sapphires that we just fought the bandits for. So cash that in and then head over back towards the fire, past the fire to the shopkeeper. If you've got enough credits, buy some health potion upgrades. If not, we're just going to fast travel over to the snow area, the snow village. So fast travel back to the snow village now and let's move on. Guys, please take a moment to go over and subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, like, comment, share, etc. For us to continue to make great videos that help you get achievements, we will need your support. So don't be a sub-scrooge and subscribe today. Once we spawn back in the village, guys, we're going to make our way to the right and head on through the rest of the level. This is the area obviously where we've done most of our upgrading. This is what your stats should look like at the moment. If for any reason your stats aren't as good as mine, then please make sure you bought everything that I have there as well. So purchase everything that I have. If you haven't, please stay around here for a little bit longer until you've managed to get your stats to the same as mine and you've purchased the same things as me. If you're ahead of me, that's even better. But if you're a little bit behind, please try and get yourself to that point. Once we've done that, we're going to head over here up to the north. Okay, and once we get to the golem, we're going to go down to our missions. We're going to have a quick check that we haven't missed any quests. Your quest should look like mine. The only 2 that you should really have left are the oak log and the golden rings, and obviously the rescue one. But we're going to actually equip the log one, and the way we get logs is actually by fighting these golems that you just see me kill there. You might have been lucky enough to get the oak log right then. All you need to do is, once you do get the oak log from one of these, let me just tell you about this first actually. So you just need to skim me across this wall on the left, and make your way through this Drake. But as I was saying, golems, if you do get the oak log, just take it back to the village and hand that in. Once we kill the Drake, we're going to head over these stepping stones. I'm going to speed up time a little bit while I travel through some of this. I'm also going to cut some of these fight scenes out, so please pause the video if you need to catch up. Once you killed that second Drake, just head north through this open area and just keep following the path up to the north. Again, if you do manage to get the oak log from one of these golems that you see around here, just take it back to the snow village and hand it in. There's a spider fight here, so kill this spider. Once you kill the spider, we're going to keep heading north. And we should come to a campfire. Now, this is where we're actually going to rinse and repeat to get the golem oak log. We're going to keep spawning back here and then spawning back to the main original spawn. And we're just going to keep coming back over and over again while we kill the golem here until we get the oak log. I luckily get it right now. If you don't, all you need to do is use your map back to the original village, then back to that last spawn point, which is your furry spawn within the snow area, as you can see just there. But yeah, spawn right at the beginning and then spawn back to there until you get the oak log. Once you've got the oak log, spawn back at the snow village and then turn around, and over by the bounty board there's this guy. We need to add the log back to him, and that will be our quest complete. So just try and talk to him. It's a bit awkward, the bounty board right next to him. For some reason he's very, very temperamental to try and get him to speak to you. It basically tries to click on the bounty board. But as long as you click on him and hand it in, it should be absolutely fine. You can come on and upgrade your skills on your shield and stuff if you have any AP or CP, whatever it's called. And then we're going to go back to our spawn and fast travel to the furthest point within the snow area. Once we spawned in, we are going to head north, back towards the golem that we were fighting previously. Again, if you didn't have the oak log yet, you would just need to keep spawning back and forwards to here. Keep fighting the same golem. There is another golem just around the corner as well if you want to fight that as well. Yeah, just keep fighting this. In regards to golem, guys, if you can avoid them, I would. Just because they are usually a bit more difficult than other enemies, so they're not worth really fighting in my opinion unless you really have to get past them. But anyway, we're just going to keep coming through here, and then we're going to fight the second part of the boss now. So this is the second boss, the second part of the second boss. What you need to do is you need to be pressing RB to move right. So press RB twice to move right twice, then LB to move left once, then RB to move right once, then LB to move left once, then RB to move right once, and then LB to move left once, and then RB finally to move up to the boss. Attack him somewhat. Again, you can use your dragon if you want to, but I wouldn't really bother wasting it just yet because you will need to fight him twice. I do, after I've just said don't, because what he does is he actually runs off to the top, so you do have to go back up to him again and fight him anyway. So it might be worth just saving that if you have it. So you need to press RB twice to move all the way over to the left, then RB once, then LB, then RB, then LB. You're sort of prompted on the screen there, you can see it. RB, RB that was, then LB, then RB, and then this is where you can do as much damage as you want. So you might want to use your fire tags and your special here, your companion, if you still got it. If you wasted it because of me, I do apologise. But it's not really very difficult anyway, especially now that you're being pumped up from doing all those fights before. Once the boss is dead, well, he's not dead, he just moves on. Once he moves on, he does scream at you a little bit, and then he flees. And we are free to just move on to the next part. So, head up the map here, and up to your left there's a gold chest. If you have a key, open it. Again, if you don't, nothing to worry about. And then just keep heading to the west. You got this crazy guy here that starts speaking loads of nonsense to you. Just ignore him and come and do the puzzle. I am not going to speed this puzzle up just because it is a little bit more difficult than the others. So if you just follow my instructions, as in just follow exactly what I do. Try not to push any of the stones the wrong way, and you should be fine. So just follow what you see on the screen. Exactly, and you will get through the eyes puzzle relatively easy. I'm not sure what happens if you get any of it wrong, because I don't think you can reset it. So they must have taken that into consideration. But as long as you follow on with me, as I mentioned, you should be fine. If you need to pause and rewind at any point, guys, feel free to do that. As long as it helps you to get through this puzzle. That's the important part. Once you're done, climb up and collect the key there. And activate the next fire, which is just right there in front of you. Once you've activated the fire, we're going to head north, so just follow the path up to the north. Don't get stuck on a rock like me, and just keep following it up and around. And get over these stepping stones. I do speed the video up a little bit there. Once you've killed the golem, so you might need to pause the video to catch up there, but once you've killed the golem, we're going to come over and open the chest on the left if you can. And then we're going to get the key from the right tunnel under the bridge. Under the right archway of the bridge, which is a gold key. Then we're going to come over and fight the drakes. Again, fire on ice enemies is brilliant, so do keep that in mind. Head over to the left and up the wall. Climbing up these blocks here. Keep climbing up until you're to the top. Once we're at the top, we're just going to keep heading over to the west now. Keep coming over to the west. We're going to take on some of these snow goblins. You can use your fire moves on them. Again, these guys are weak to fire, so do use your fire attacks on them to get rid of them. I am going to be cutting through these, cutting these fights out of the video, so please do pause the video if you need to, and just keep going around. Make sure that if you can reach any of the keys in the area, then do so, and open any chests that you might find. So there's a key just around here on the left, just around this corner, that I collect, and there's a chest over there, so please feel free to open that. As I previously mentioned, if you've got the bronze open chest and the iron open chest and even the gold open chest achievements, achievements at this point, you don't need to open any more if you don't want to, but do keep in mind that there is cash in them all. So just to the north here, we got this guy, the Da Vinci guy, his name is Da Vinci. Once we spoke to him, he gives us a quest. Head straight back from where you've just come, straight to the middle of this big open area. Come around the back of this block, and we're going to climb up to the top. And at the top over here is his third painting. Is it third or his second? Trying to keep up now. Dragon. Oh, this is his second in it. So yeah, it's his second. Collect his second painting, and we're going to head over and give it to him. And that will be that quest complete. Really easy quest. So he's right there, like literally right next to him. We do have another snow puzzle here, guys. So again, just keep an eye on what I do and just repeat the process, and then you should have no problems at all. I'm not going to try and explain to you what I'm doing. It'll be a lot easier just for you to watch than me try and explain, because I think I'll try and explain and not be able to explain well enough for you to watch. Without watching, you'll just struggle. So please do watch this and then just copy. And basically, once you've done that last one, we're then going to head up. And we're going to get a key, which is a gold key, I believe, just at the top of here. So do climb up once you finish the puzzle. Again, do pause the video if you need to there. Collect the gold key, and then go over and kill the blue golem. Blue golems are ice, so they are weak to fire. Green golems, when you come against them in the future of this game soon, you're probably best using the ice attacks because they are weaker on those. Anyway, go around there, kill the drake, come across the logs, chop down the trees, kill the next drake, then jump over all these little pedestals, these little icicle, whatever you want to call them. Open the chest down the right, and then make your way all the way around until you reach the fire. There is a gold coin on the right, just around that corner, but you can't get to it without crossing over this log. So cross over this log and then follow it round to the right. Follow the sort of narrow path on the left hand side all the way around until you come back towards the key. And that is the only way you can get it. You can't jump around that bush, and you can't climb over the bush either, so that's the only way to get to that key. Come back around here and make your way back around, and then maybe open this chest if you have a key. You may have noticed, guys, we do actually have some skeletons in this area, which are actually we need to kill to get a collectible towards one of our quests. Now, what I do is after I collect the key, I make my way back to the fire to save the game, just in case for any reason I die. Then I'm going to go down to my skills, and I'm actually going to purchase the first snow attack. So just come up to the top and click on this to purchase. Once we've done that, we're just going to close that screen and we're going to head over to the skeletons. Now, even though we just unlocked the ice attack, skeletons are actually weak against fire. So just use your fire attack on them and your sword, and we will actually collect some of the gold rings. We do need the gold rings for the quest, so if you want to activate the quest, it is the collect 8 gold rings. We should have had this from really early on. So come around here and then fight the next skeletons while we're collecting the gold rings. Eventually, you may need to spawn in and out of this area until you've got the 8 gold rings, guys. So just spawn out the area, maybe back to the very beginning of the game, then spawn back to this spawn point, just until you got the 8 of the gold rings. Before we rinse and repeat this though, we're just going to come over and chop down this log before we go and get the other ring. So just chop down this log just so we don't forget to do it later. There is 2 ways across the river now, so there and across to the right there. Okay guys, and then we're going to quickly fast travel to the original village and back to this area, just so that we can then fight some more skeletons and get that final key. So yeah, fast travel out and then back in, fight the skeletons and get however many keys you need. Just so all you need to do is keep fast traveling out of this area and back until you have all of the 8 keys. Again, skeletons are weak to fire attacks, so do keep that in mind. It is a quicker way of killing them, but just keep killing skeletons in this area until we have each of those keys. As you can see, we are still building up our AP as well, and I have just got the final key. Again, if you don't have the final key, guys, just keep collecting. So once we have all of the 8 golden rings, we're okay to move on. I would recommend going to your map, and then we're going to fast travel back to the original village. Just north of where we spawn in, there is a lady just through this archway who we're going to speak to hand in our gold rings and finish that quest. Again, she is indicated on the minimap as a green flashing circle, so do keep that in mind. Once we've done that, we're going to go to our map and then we're going to fast travel to the furthest point in the snow level, now that we've done all our quests. Once we spawn back in, we should be back in the skeleton area. We're just going to come over to this bridge over here, this log bridge on the right, and make our way over. We're going to take out these skeletons again, keeping in mind fire is their weakness, so do use your fire attacks now and again just to get through those. This is a blue golem, so again he is weak to fire, so please use your fire moves on him as well as attacking. And then we're just going to keep heading north. There's a spider just around the corner, so you can take out the spider. So attack him however you like. He is weak to fire and ice, so feel free to mix it up a bit. Once you've killed the spider, head on up, kill the next one, and then fight these skeletons. Remembering skeletons are super weak to fire. Head over the bridge to the north, kill the other skeleton in the middle of that, and just keep following it up. Follow it around to the east, and then up to the north again. And then there's some birds over here. Birds are super weak against ice, so I would recommend using your ice attack. However, if the bird is white, that means it's a snowbird and therefore is weak against fire. So do keep it in mind. It might be worth you mixing it up a little bit just until you find out what works best. But usually normal birds are weak to ice and ice birds are weak to fire. Kill the bird at the top of the ramp, at the top of that wall there, and then move over onto the spider. And then just keep following it up to the north. Again, there's another spider around this corner. So we're going to take out this spider. And then we're just going to keep heading north. Just here, another spider. Again, you may need to pause the video until you catch up. And then just head into this open area just here. There is a chest on the right and a fire here. So activate the campfire. Go and open the chest. If you can, that is. If you've got enough keys. Then once we've done that, we're going to head back over to the fire. And then we're going to head north up to the boss. This is where our boss is going to be. So just head up and then a cutscene will happen and you will fall down into the ice. And when you're down through the ice, you're then in a chamber where you'll need to fight the boss. We're going to have to do some left and right movements again, so get ready to press LB and RB to move left and right. You are prompted on screen by golden arrows to tell you which way, but I'm going to go through them with you anyway. So first of all, it's LB, so you move to your left, then RB, and then LB. And and then just keep tapping RB over and over and over again until you get to the middle. Have a little bit of a fight. Don't waste your special just yet. Keep fighting this guy, and eventually he will disappear off. Don't forget to heal yourself if your health gets to half. And just keep tapping RB, RB, RB all the way through until you get your shield. Keep tapping RB. You'll go all the way to the left, right to get your shield, and then you need to keep tapping LB, 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 just so you move all the way to the far left. Once you get over here, I'm pressing RB for some reason, but you don't need to do that. You will start walking forwards towards the guy, towards the vulnerable snowman. Snow lady, actually. It's actually a female, I believe. Once you come down and get close enough, you will be able to attack. I would recommend using your fire dragon. This should pretty much kill it, or almost kill it. Start to attack and get ready to use your prompt buttons. You're going to be prompted. Every prompt's different, so there's no point me telling you what those buttons are. So just follow the on-screen instructions the best you can. If for any reason you do fail, it will make you do a tiny little bit of fighting again, and then you'll have to do the prompting screen again. Once you've done like I did there, I actually messed up, as you can see, and then it basically makes you do a tiny little bit of fighting and then the prompts again. It's probably a good thing that I did that, so at least you get to see that what happens if you actually get it wrong. So yeah, follow the prompts until you have managed to get the ball chain off of Nanook. I think it's Nanook, isn't it? Yeah, Nanook. So yeah, Nanook will give you her ball. You will then put that on your shield, and that will then allow you to go further into the game. I actually forgot what the ball does, if I'm honest. This guy's probably going to tell me, but I'm going to cut the video. So do please pause it until you've caught up. Once you've done that, it will spawn you at this area just back where we were before, and you can now make your way down this tunnel, which was not available to us prior to this point. Anyway guys, so that is it for part 2. If you haven't subbed yet guys, please go and do that. I know it takes a little bit of time to go, obviously, sign in if you aren't signed in, but it will help us massively. We are looking to grow, and for us to continue to make videos just like this one, to help you get achievements, we do need your support, so please go and subscribe today. Thank you very much guys, thanks for watching part 2, and we'll see you very soon for part 3. Thank you.
Boss Fight Gaming. You lose. Game over.